All right, what's going on, everybody? We're going to give it a minute or two here. Let everybody join in for our Jeopardy night tonight. Should be a fun evening. I got too much crap on this desk right now. Way too much crap. So yes, got fun game plan tonight. I also have our theme nights, our Thursday night themes for the rest of for the entire month of January planned out. I'll be sharing those with you guys in a little bit during the game. We'll share those with you. But tonight is all about Jeopardy. So welcome. If this is your first night playing a Trivia Nights with Greg Play at Home night, welcome. This is a little different than our normal game. Different format. And let me just get this game going on the iPad here, because once I go into the full screen mode, I won't be able to see the comments from YouTube and Periscope. So I have the Facebook feed on my iPad so I can see those comments. So we're going to do things a little different tonight. Tonight is our Jeopardy night. We've done this in the past. We did this a few days after the late, great Alex Trebek passed away. And tonight we're going to do it again. You guys had fun. You wanted to do it. By a look at the amount of people we got in the room already, people want to play. So we're going to do a little bit different from our normal format where I read you 30 questions. We have a picture round. There's picture clues, all that stuff. We're still doing 30 questions. We're still doing five rounds of 6 questions, but these are all questions actually used on episodes of Jeopardy. There's a website out there that literally has every single question ever asked on an episode of Jeopardy in one big database. It's insane. It is insane. I can't believe somebody is actually taking the time to do this, but God bless their nerdy little heart. So much great stuff there. So I've went through that database and made some general categories for tonight and compiled questions, actual questions from Jeopardy in these general categories. So it's going to be the same way. Each question in each round will have a monetary value assigned to it. So instead of each question's worth 1 point and the bonus question is worth 2 points, you're going to score yourself by the dollar amount you get for each correct answer, just like they do on the game show. And just like they do on the game show, all your answers have to be in the form of a question. We're playing Jeopardy. It's pretty much the rules. We're playing Jeopardy. Please don't put any answers in the comment section. That rule sticks. Please don't put any please no cheating. Please no looking up answers. There's no double scores round tonight, so it's all based on how well you do. The category prices or the question values are spread out far enough. We're not doing a double score round. So basically, no cheating, no putting the answers in the comment section, and score your own score sheets at home. If you want the official score sheet, you can print that out. It's in the comments, the link to the PDF, or you can head over to the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page. It's pinned to the top. You can get it there. You may need a little bit bigger piece of paper tonight since we're writing out all of our answers in question form tonight. So that's pretty much it. As you see at the bottom, as always, that is the PayPal and Venmo information for how you can send a tip if you'd like to send a tip tonight for our Jeopardy night. And I am rather excited. The portion that took the most time out of this whole process to put together this night, it wasn't reading all the questions and getting the right questions for tonight. It wasn't putting together the slideshow. It was finding and downloading and adding the actual fonts used on Jeopardy into PowerPoint so I can get you the realistic Jeopardy feel to tonight's game. That's what I'm most excited about is the fonts. I researched and got the real fonts that are used in Jeopardy. So let's get our game going tonight. I'm about to make be a little bit smaller on your screens, and here are our categories for our second Jeopardy night, I think. Wait, there we go. All right, that took a little while, but here we go. Our categories for tonight: movies and TV will be round number 1. History is round number 2. Sports will be round number 3. Music round 4, and then round 5 is a mixed bag of trivia, just some random Jeopardy questions. So that is how we're going to do it tonight. Sorry, a little just answering some quick questions here, trying to get some more people to join the game. So that's how we're going to do it. Those are our categories tonight: movies and TVs, history, sports, music, and mixed bag questions to end the night. Our Jeopardy night, our Thursday night theme. Let's get started, shall we? Let's go right in to round number 1. Movies and TV is our category. So let's start off with question number 1. Of course, I will give you these questions, and then I will repeat the round for you right away. So you'll get the questions, then you'll get them repeated to you, and then we'll give you a minute before we do the answer. So here we go. Round 1, movies and TVs for 200 fake dollars. No one's winning actual money. I don't even have $200 in my checking account, let alone enough to pay out these prizes. But $200 question. First question, or answer, I should say. See, I got to get in the habit. Here's the $200 answer. The Motion Picture Association of America abandoned this letter rating in 1990. The Motion Picture Association of America abandoned this letter rating in 1990. Remember, you're answering in the form of a question. Yes, I did go full nerd on this. If you're going to do it right, or don't do it at all. Damn it. So these are the fonts I can closely match the closest to them. I think it looks pretty good. Here is our $400 answer. This animated MTV series about 2 high school numbskulls featured a cynical female foil named Daria, who got her own series. This animated MTV series about 2 high school numbskulls featured a cynical female foil named Daria, who got her own series. Excuse me. Here we go. $600 answer. In a 2019 movie, this superhero punched an elderly woman on a train, but she had a really good reason. In a 2019 movie, this superhero punched an elderly woman on a train, but she had a really good reason. right. Here comes our $800 answer. One white guy, one black guy, one blonde gal fought crime as this cool 1960s undercover title trio. One white guy, one black guy, one blonde gal fought crime as this cool 1960s undercover title trio. Here comes our $1,000 answer in our movies and TV category, round 1 of 5 for Jeopardy night tonight. Felicity Jones played a young Ruth Bader Ginsburg in this 2018 biopic. Felicity Jones played a young Ruth Bader Ginsburg in this 2018 biopic. Here comes a $2,000 answer for you. Dean Norris played this character who ended up on the wrong end of the gun on Breaking Bad. Dean Norris played this character who ended up on the wrong end of the gun on Breaking Bad. All right, let's repeat these questions for you, or I should say answers. I'm going to screw that up all night long. Here are our answers again, real quick, for round number 1, in case anybody missed some or you need to hear one again. The $200 answer for TV and movies. This Motion Picture Association of America, the Motion Picture Association of America, abandoned this letter rating in 1990. The Motion Picture Association of America abandoned this letter rating in 1990. All right. The $400 answer, once again. This animated MTV series about 2 high school numbskulls featured a cynical female foil named Daria, who got her own series. This animated MTV series about 2 high school numbskulls featured a cynical female foil named Daria, who got her own series. For $600, in a 2019 movie, this superhero punched an elderly woman on a train, but she had a really good reason. In a 2019 movie, this superhero punched an elderly woman on a train, but she had a really good reason. $800 answer one more time for you. One white guy, one black guy, one blonde gal fought crime as this cool 1960s undercover title trio. One white guy, one black guy, and a blonde girl fought crime as this cool 1960s undercover title trio. $1,000 answer for you right here. Felicity Jones played a young Ruth Bader Ginsburg in this 2018 biopic. Felicity Jones played a young Ruth Bader Ginsburg in this 2018 biopic. And the $2,000 answer for you one more time. Dean Norris played this character who ended up on the wrong end of the gun on Breaking Bad. Dean Norris played this character who ended up on the wrong end of the gun on Breaking Bad. All right, I'm going to give you guys a minute or two here to finalize those questions. Of course, we're answering in a question tonight, playing Jeopardy. And don't forget, you guys are going to be taking a picture of your final score sheet at the end of the night. You're going to add up all your rounds and put your final dollar value on your score sheet, circle it nice and big. Then you're going to take a picture of your score sheet and send it to me via Facebook Messenger. Or if you're playing on Periscope, you can send that to me via Twitter. If you're on YouTube and you don't have Facebook or Twitter access, you can just post your final dollar amount in the comments. Are we circling around? Oh, yeah. No need to circle around. There's no double rounds tonight. We are not doing the double score thing tonight for Jeopardy. Just because the dollar amounts are varied, the scores may or may not separate, space out pretty good. So we're not doing any doubles. A perfect score tonight, according to my math, and I'm no math genius, but $25,000. According to my math, is the highest point value you can get. Each round, you have a total of $5,000. 5 rounds, $25,000 is a perfect score tonight. So no doubling, no need to circle any rounds tonight. We don't have any daily double questions. We're not getting that crazy. We're just having some fun. Maybe in the future, we'll figure out a way to put some daily doubles or a final Jeopardy question in there. But seems to me that would have to be like a Zoom night where I can actually interact with you guys. Maybe that's a future business venture. Host Jeopardy Zoom nights with 3 people. Now we can go crazy. We can do the whole thing. All right. Let's do our answers for round number 1. Or I should say our questions for round number 1. Here we go. The $200 answer. The Motion Picture Association of America abandoned this letter rating in 1990. What is X? What is X is our $200 question. $400. This animated MTV series about 2 high school numbskulls featured a cynical female foil named Arya who got her own series. Who is Beavis and Butthead? Who is Beavis and Butthead is $400. $600 answer. In a 2019 movie, this superhero punched an elderly woman on a train, but she had a really good reason. Who is Captain Marvel? Who is Captain Marvel is the $600 question. For $800, one white guy, one black guy, and a blonde girl fought crime as this cool 1960s undercover title trio. Who is the Mod Squad? Who is the Mod Squad is our $800 question. I believe they made that into a movie in the late 90s or early 2000s. $1,000. Felicity Jones played a young Ruth Bader Ginsburg in this 2018 biopic. What is on the basis of sex? What is on the basis of sex? That's what we're looking for $1,000. Then we have our $2,000 answer. Dean Norris played this character who ended up on the wrong end of the gun on Breaking Bad. Who is Hank? Who is Hank is the $2,000 answer. So that is round number 1. Add up your numerical value for your first round. Yeah, James, A, welcome to the game, and B, yeah, there will be math involved. So if you've gotten over $25,000 at some point, you've done something horribly wrong. All right, let's move on to round number 2. History is the category. Moving along from pop culture to boring old history, my favorite subject. Here we go. Our $200 answer in the history category. On July 24th, 1866, this state volunteered to be the first Confederate one readmitted into the Union. On July 24th, 1866, this state volunteered to be the first Confederate one readmitted to the Union. $400 answer in our history category, round 2 of 5. Before Mike Pence, he was the last vice president from the state of Indiana. Before Mike Pence, he was the last vice president from the state of Indiana. $600 answer for the history category. Here we go. He took over for his brother Fidel and became acting president of Cuba in 2006. He dropped the acting 2 years later. He took over for his brother Fidel and became acting president of Cuba in 2006. He dropped the acting 2 years later. Here's our $800 answer for history. As a result of the 1966 case of This Man versus Arizona, suspects in custody must be told of their right to remain silent. As a result of the 1966 case of This Man versus Arizona, suspects in custody must be told of their right to remain silent. $1,000 answer for the history round. In 1972, terrorism by a group of Palestinians marred the Olympic Games in this German city. In 1972, terrorism by a group of Palestinians marred the Olympic Games in this German city. And $2,000 answer. Last question, or last answer in the history category. At the 1862 Battle of Antietam, Lee's army was exposed, but this Union general hesitated, losing a huge opportunity. At the 1862 Battle of Antietam, Lee's army was exposed, but this Union general hesitated, losing a huge opportunity. All right, let's repeat these answers for you real quick. This is round 2 history. $200 on July 24th, 1866. This state volunteered to be the first Confederate one readmitted to the Union. $400. Before Mike Pence, he was the last vice president from the state of Indiana. Before Mike Pence, he was the last vice president from the state of Indiana. $600. He took over for his brother Fidel and became acting president of Cuba in 2006. He dropped the acting 2 years later. $800 answer. As a result of the 1966 case of this man versus the state of Arizona, suspects in custody must be told of their right to remain silent. $1,000 answer. In 1972, terrorism by a group of Palestinians marred the Olympic Games in this German city. And the $2,000 answer one last time for you. At the 1862 Battle of Antietam, Lee's army was exposed, but this Union general hesitated, losing a huge opportunity. All right, I'll give you guys a moment or two to finalize those questions / answers for history round. Here's the email address. It's the same as my PayPal information, but if you would like me to put together your own custom play-at-home trivia night, drop me a line. Let's do some business. I can either create a presentation for you to use in the comfort of your own home. If you're having guests over and you want to do a fun trivia night, game night, I can build you a customized game for you and your friends and family to play. Or you can book me for an hour and I can come on to your Zoom or video conference call and host a trivia night for you there as well. Do the same format we do on online. And you guys get to pick the categories, and we'll do 5-6 question categories right there in your Zoom chat. Or for the play-at-home games, you'll get the 11 question rounds, 10 regular questions and a bonus question that we play when we actually are allowed to do this in person. And pricing on that, for the hour on Zoom, it's $125 and that includes the writing of all the questions and the presentation. And the play-at-home games, pricing varies depending on the rounds you pick. If you pick a round that is already pre-made, pre-written, those are $15 a piece. But if I have to research and write a round, which I'm more than willing to do if it's not a subject I have any questions on, those rounds are $25 a piece. So depending on how many rounds you want and whether or not they are already ready to go or if they have to be done from scratch, it'll make a difference on the pricing of those games. But you'll get a full presentation, PowerPoint presentation for you to put up on your TV at home and play for your guests. You also get a hard copy of the questions and answers for whoever your host is going to be, and some score sheets so you can all everything you need for a fun trivia night at home. All right, let's do our answers here for our round 2 of Jeopardy night. History is the category. $200 on July 24th, 1866. This state volunteered to be the first Confederate one readmitted to the Union. That word volunteer should have helped you out to figure what is Tennessee. What is Tennessee? $400 before Mike Pence. He was the last vice president from the state of Indiana. Who is Dan Quayle. Dan Quayle, Mike Pence. Maybe we should give Indiana a break from VPs. $600. He took over for his brother Fidel and became acting president of Cuba in 2006. He dropped the acting 2 years later. Who is Raul Castro? Raul Castro. $800. As a result of the 1966 case of This Man versus Arizona, suspects in custody must be told of their right to remain silent. Who is Miranda? Who is Miranda Ernesto? You don't need to have the Ernesto. As long as you have Miranda, you're good to go. Miranda writes, 1,000 in 1972, terrorism by a group of Palestinians marred the Olympic Games in this German city. What is Munich? What is Munich? Or where is Munich? I don't know. What is Munich is what we're going with. $2,000 answer. At the 1862 Battle of Antietam, Lee's army was exposed, but this Union general hesitated, losing a huge opportunity. Who is McClellan? Who is McClellan? General George McClellan, a bumbling idiot. All right. That is round 2 history. We're going to go right into round number 3. Sports is the category. Let's jump right into it. Here we go. The $200 answer for round number 3, our sports category tonight. The first event annually in horse racing's Triple Crown. The first event annually in horse racing's Triple Crown. $400 answer. Before starring on a 4-letter TV drama, Mark Harmon starred for this 4-letter school as a QB, averaging 7.2 yards a carry in 73. Before starring on a 4-letter TV drama, Mark Harmon starred for this 4-letter school as a QB, averaging 7.2 yards a carry in 73. Mark Harmon, there's a guy I wouldn't mind being for a weekend. Especially back in 73. Good Lord. Here comes our $600 answer for the sports round. At this New York Yankee slugger's funeral in 1995, Bob Costas spoke of his flaws as well as his many triumphs. At this New York Yankee slugger's funeral in 1995, Bob Costas spoke of his many flaws as well as his many triumphs. $800 answer. This brown bomber successfully defended his heavyweight crown 25 times with 22 knockouts. This brown bomber successfully defended his heavyweight crown 25 times with 22 knockouts. Try to get through these quicker. I mean, you guys are already getting a lot more time to answer these than they do on Jeopardy. Jeopardy, you got like what, 3 seconds, 4 seconds to come up with the correct question. All right, the $1,000 answer in sports. A field event, the long jump, favors athletes with track star speed, like this U.S. man who won 4 straight golds in the event. A field event, the long jump, favors athletes with track star speed, like this U.S. man who won 4 straight golds in the event. $2,000 answer, the last one for our sports category. Here it is. From 1974 to 1976, this city had a pro basketball team called the Spirits of It. From 1974 to 1976, this city had a pro basketball team called the Spirits of It. It being the name of the city. All right, let's go through these answers for you one more time in case you need to hear one again. For 200, the first event annually in horse racing's Triple Crown. I don't know if that held true this year in 2020. I don't know if they went in the same order as usual, but traditionally, this is the first race. $400 answer. Before starring on a 4-letter TV drama, Mark Harmon starred for this 4-letter school as a QB, averaging 7.2 yards a carry in 73. That sounds pretty good. $600. At this New York Yankee slugger's funeral in 1995, Bob Costas spoke of his flaws as well as his many triumphs. $800 answer. This Brown bomber successfully defended his heavyweight crown 25 times with 22 knockouts. $1,000 answered. A field event. The long jump favors athletes with track star speed, like this U.S. man who won 4 straight golds in the event. $2,000 answer one last time for you. From 1974 to 1976, this city had a pro basketball team called the Spirits of It. That sounds like a dumb name. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to finalize those answers. And Thursdays is usually our theme nights here at the Play at Home Trivia Nights. Except for the next 2 weeks, we're doing our theme nights on Wednesday nights due to Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve falling on Thursdays. So next Wednesday, the 23rd, we are going to be doing an all-Christmas trivia night. Christmas trivia is always one of my most popular nights of the year, whether it's online or at the bar. We have to do it online this year. So Wednesday night, the 23rd, 'twas the night before Christmas, and we're going to be doing Christmas trivia right here. I'm working on a fun emoji round. You guys love the emoji speak round. I'm going to be putting together a Christmas emoji round for that night. The following week, the 30th, will be our final Play at Home Trivia Night of the year. I'll get the final count before that. It's well over 100. We were doing this every night for about 60-something days in a row, starting in late March during our first lockdown. Our final trivia night of the year, online at least, will be all about the year that everything was canceled. 2020 year in review. We'll talk about everything that was supposed to happen and didn't during the year 2020. Then I've come up with our Thursday night themes for the month of January. And we're going to get it kicked off on the 7th of January with Arnold Schwarzenegger Trivia Night. This was a suggestion and a very darn good suggestion. We are going for it. Arnold Schwarzenegger trivia on Thursday the 7th. That's going to be a fun night. You'll get to hear my very bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impression through the whole night. We can do a lot of fun things with that. Arnold was in so much great stuff and has been a part of a lot of things in his life. So that'll be a fun night. The following week on the 14th, Oh Canada, we're going to do an all Canadian trivia on the 14th. So you better well damn believe we're going to be doing a hockey round of some sort. I will bust out another round of Letterkenny trivia for the Canada night. And we can also do some fun stuff, Canadian music, all sorts of things. So, Oh Canada on the 14th, the 21st and the 28th. We'll bring back two popular trivia nights. The 21st will be a Seinfeld night. That's always one people want. And there's plenty of great Seinfeld trivia we can bust out for that night. And then Thursday, the 28th, the final trivia theme night of the month will be a Star Wars trivia night. We've done a couple of those already. It's time to bring one back. Again, so many things to ask about Star Wars. We'll have a fun night that night. Star Wars trivia on the 28th. So those are our next 6 theme nights. The next 2 are on Wednesdays. And then during January, we're back to our Thursday night themes. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Oh Canada, Seinfeld, and Star Wars. Those should be some fun themes. But let's get back to tonight's theme, Jeopardy night. Sports is round number 3. Here come the questions to the answers. $200, the first event annually in horse racing's Triple Crown. What is the Kentucky Derby? What is the Kentucky Derby? $400 answer. Before starring on a 4-letter TV drama, Mark Harmon starred for this 4-letter school as a QB, averaging 7.2 yards a carry in 73. What is UCLA? UCLA is what we're looking for. $600 answer. At this New York Yankee slugger's funeral in 1995, Bob Costas spoke of his flaws as well as many triumphs. Who is Mickey Mantle? Who is Mickey Mantle is what we're looking for. $800. This Brown bomber successfully defended his heavyweight crown 25 times with 22 knockouts. Who is Joe Louis? If you've ever seen Coming to America, you know the answer to that, or you knew this question to that answer. The Brown bomber. For $1,000, a field event, the long jump, favors athletes with track star speed like this U.S. man who won 4 straight golds in the event. Who is Carl Lewis? Back-to-back Lewises for the answer. Different spelling, obviously not related. Who is Carl Lewis? Great, great track star. Just don't ever ask him to sing the national anthem. $2,000 answer, final one for this category. From 1974 to 1976, this city had a pro basketball team called the Spirits of It. What is St. Louis? What is St. Louis? Of course, St. Louis would have a lame name like that. That is round 3. That concludes the sports category for tonight. We're going to go right into round number 4. Keep on moving on Jeopardy night. Music is round 4. Let's go for some Jeopardy music questions. Jump right in at the $200 answer. Check out the clue while my DJ revolves it. This 90s rapper actually had a second top 40 hit. Play that funky music. Still waiting on 3. Check out the clue while my DJ revolves it. This 90s rapper actually had a second top 40 hit. Play that funky music. Still waiting on 3. $400 answer. With its debut album featuring Who Can It Be Now, this band went number 1 on at least 2 continents. With its debut album featuring Who Can It Be Now, this band went number 1 on at least 2 continents. $600 answer. Vivaldi wrote a piece for strings and this instrument that's often associated with beginner musicians. Vivaldi wrote a piece for strings and this instrument that's often associated with beginner musicians. $800 answer. This country crooner was born Randy Trawick. This country crooner was born Randy Trawick. And our $1,000 answer for the music category. The miseducation of this singer debuted at #1 and would be named Billboard's R&B Album of the Year in 1998. The miseducation of this singer debuted at #1 and would be named Billboard's R&B Album of the Year in 1998. This album, it's aged very well. It still holds up pretty good. I listened to it for the first time in a long time a few days ago when I was doing the 90s hip-hop category from, was that last night? That was last night. I fell down a 90s hip-hop and R&B rabbit hole and ended up putting this record on. Still good. Still very good. $2,000 answer. Last one for the music category. An album that sells 10 million copies is certified this gem. An album that sells 10 million copies is certified this gem. All right, let's repeat these answers for you real quick. $200. Check out the clue while my DJ revolves. It's this 1990s rapper actually had a second top 40 hit. Play that funky music. Still waiting on 3. Man, some shade from Alex and the Jeopardy boys. $400 with its debut album featuring Who Can It Be Now? This band went on to #1 at least 2 continents. Let me read that again. That just didn't come out right. With its debut album featuring Who Can It Be Now? This band went to #1 on at least 2 continents. $600. Vivaldi wrote a piece for strings and this instrument that's often associated with beginner musicians. $800. This country crooner was born Randy Trawick. It's our $800. $800 answer. This country crooner was born Randy Trawick. $1,000. The miseducation of this singer debuted at #1 and would be named Billboard's R&B Album of the Year in 1998. In 2000, an album that sells 10 million copies is certified this gem. You get a gold record after 500,000 sales, platinum record after 1 million. What do you get when you sell 10 million copies? Besides a lot of money, what do you get? What is that? Is certified this gem. All right, I'm going to give you a moment to put together those final answers. I think we've got a few people who are playing for the first time tonight based on the comments and some text messages I've gotten. So just so you know, we do our play-at-home trivia nights 4 nights a week. Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. We get together and play trivia. This night's a little different from our normal format. Our normal format is 5 categories. Usually have a picture round to start things off, then 3 specific categories, and a general trivia round to end the night. That's on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday nights. Thursday nights is our theme nights. Tonight is Jeopardy night, as you've probably picked up on. At least I hope you have. So don't forget, if you're having fun tonight and this is your first time playing, join us again this Sunday when we come back. 4 nights a week you can play at home trivia, and it's all doing the same thing, either logging in on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope off of Twitter there at 7 o'clock Central. And of course, go ahead and give a like to the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page if you haven't already. That's where you get all the updates. You'll get the categories for each night's trivia night there. You can also get your score sheets printed out. And once we get back to having our in-person games again, once it's safe enough to get together in bars again, that's where you'll also be able to stay up to date for our in-person games, Tuesday nights in Edison Park at the Firewater Saloon, and Wednesday nights down in Mount Greenwood at the Firewater Saloon. You'll get all the categories, free questions of the week, vote on player choice categories, all that fun stuff. That all happens over at the Facebook page. So please, if you're playing on Facebook right now and you don't like the page, please do so before you're done playing. I'd appreciate that. Same if you're over on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you're notified when we go live with another game. Periscope, I heard today, they're actually shutting that down in March. So play on Periscope while you can. All right, let's do our answers. Round 4, music. We got one more round to go after that. Let's get through these quickly. $200. Check out the clue while my DJ revolves that this 90s rapper actually had a second top 40 hit. Play that funky music. Still waiting on number 3. Still need to steal a song from somebody else. Who is Vanilla Ice? Vanilla Ice. $400. With its debut album featuring Who Can It Be Now, this band went to number 1 on at least 2 continents. Who is Men at Work? Men at Work, the band who taught me what a Vegemite sandwich is. Yeah, don't look it up. If you don't know what a Vegemite is, keep it that way. It sounds horrible. But that was another song. That was Come From the Land Down Under, wasn't it? Vegemite sandwich. I would never eat one of those. 600. Vivaldi wrote a piece for strings and this instrument that is often associated with beginner musicians. What is a recorder? What is a recorder? $800 answer. This country crooner was born Randy Trawick. It didn't go under too much of a transformation. Who is Randy Travis? Who is Randy Travis? Good singer. Just don't ask him for a ride home. $1,000. The miseducation of this singer debuted at number 1 and would be named Billboard's R&B Album of the Year in 1998. Who is Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Hill. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Still a great record almost 23 years later. $2,000. Final clue. An album that sells 10 million copies is certified this gem. What is diamond? What is diamond? You get gold, platinum, and diamond records. I don't imagine there are too many diamond records. Maybe that will be a future category one of these nights. Diamond records. I'm writing it down right now. Maybe we'll do a whole round on diamond records one of these upcoming trivia nights. All right, let's go round 5. It's our final round of the night. Mixed bag, just some random Jeopardy questions. Just like on our normal nights, we end our night with some random general trivia. Kind of sort of doing the same thing here. Mixed bag, final round. Let's see who our big winners are going to be after this round. Here we go. $200 answer for the mixed bag category. This chess piece can only move in an L shape. This chess piece can only move in an L shape. $400. It's the only letter that doesn't appear in the name of a U.S. state. It's the only letter that doesn't appear in the name of a U.S. state. $400 answer. It's the only letter that doesn't appear in the name of a U.S. state. $600 answer. The Christmas fad of 1983 was this doll featured on the cover of Newsweek in December of that year. The Christmas fad of 1983 was this doll featured on the cover of Newsweek in December of that year. $800 answer. Here we go. In September 1882, thousands of workers held a march in New York City, and this holiday was born. In September of 1882, thousands of workers held a march in New York City, and this holiday was born. $1,000 answer. In the 1890s, Adolphus Busch developed this super premium beer still marketed by Anheuser-Busch. In the 1890s, Adolphus Busch developed this super premium beer still marketed by Anheuser-Busch. $2,000 answer, the final one of the night. Here we go. We've made it to the end. This 11-letter word describes any procedure that doesn't require breaking the skin or entering the body with instruments. This 11-letter word describes any procedure that doesn't require breaking the skin or entering the body with instruments. All right, let's repeat these answers for you. Final round, mixed bag, $200. This chess piece can only move in an L shape. $400 answer. The only letter that doesn't appear in a name of a U.S. state. It's the only letter that doesn't appear in the name of a U.S. state. $600 answer. The Christmas fad of 1983 was this doll, featured on the cover of Newsweek in December of that year. $800 answer. In September 1882, thousands of workers held a march in New York City, and this holiday was born. $1,000 in the 1890s, Adolphus Busch developed this super premium beer, still marketed by Anheuser-Busch. And $2,000 final answer of the night. This 11-letter word describes any procedure that doesn't require breaking the skin or entering the body with instruments. All right, I'll give you guys a moment to finalize those answers. Don't forget, once I reveal the final questions and you score your sheet, you are then going to add up your scores from each round and put a final dollar value, your total dollar value you've gotten through all 5 rounds. Then take out your super duper smartphones and take a picture of your final score sheet. Send that to me via Facebook Messenger. You can send that to either the Trivia Nights with Greg page or my personal Facebook page. If we're Facebook friends, it doesn't matter. They'll show up on the same iPad. If you're playing on one of our other formats, you can slide into my Twitter DMs with your picture. Or if you're on YouTube, I don't think they allow you to put pictures in the comments. Probably a good thing for a lot of the videos they got going on there. So you can either just post your score, or if you've got access to Twitter or Facebook, send it to me there, or just put your final dollar value in the comments. I'll see it here. Once I get out of the full screen mode, I'll be able to see all your comments on my StreamYard page. I can see the Facebook comments on my iPad, just can't see Periscope or YouTube at the moment. All right, let's do it. Here come our final answers of the evening. Final questions, actually. $200, mixed bag, last category. Who's our big winner tonight? Let's find out. This chess piece can only move in an L shape. What is the knight? What is the knight? $400. It's the only letter that doesn't appear in the name of a U.S. state. What is Q? What is Q? $600. This Christmas fad of 1983, the Christmas fad of 1983 was this doll featured on the cover of Newsweek in December of that year. What is the Cabbage Patch doll? What is the Cabbage Patch doll? $800. In September of 1882, thousands of workers held a march in New York City. This holiday was born. September workers. That should include you in. What is Labor Day? What is Labor Day? $1,000 answer. In the 1890s, Adolphus Busch developed this super premium beer, still marketed by Anheuser-Busch. What is Michelob? Michelob, super premium. Apparently, the Standards to be considered super premium in the 1890s are a lot lower than they are today. $2,000 final answer and question of the round and the game. This 11-letter word describes any procedure that doesn't require breaking the skin or entering the body with instruments. What is non-invasive? Non-invasive is what we're looking for there. That is our final answer question, whatever the heck you want to call it. And that wraps up the answer and question portion of the night. And now it is up to you guys to start sending me your score sheets as we get back to me being full screen in your face. So yeah, go ahead and start sending me those score sheets via Facebook Messenger. Looks like we got a couple people on YouTube. Nobody on Periscope right now. So if you're on YouTube and you have access to Twitter or Facebook, send it to me there. If not, just go ahead and post your score in the comments. It will pop up on my screen here. I'll be able to see it. So start sending me those answers or your final scores. Let's figure out who our Grand Jeopardy champion is. We'll do this every few weeks, the Jeopardy nights. You guys seem to like it. There's a big crowd here tonight. I don't have one scheduled for January, but we'll do one in February. We'll give it a few weeks and bring it back. You can't do it too often because then it loses its novelty. You know, you can't oversaturate the market. So we'll bring back Jeopardy night again early February. How about that? That sounds fair. All right, let's see what our scores look like tonight. We have double G and Z. All right. We have STBJ. Stacy, Tracy, and Jeff, I have your final amount. Thank you. All right. Hey, it's the Malones and the Watsons. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well on the South Side and out in Boston. Hopefully we'll be getting back together in the South Side sooner rather than later. All right, we have, all right, James, NBC5's own James Naveau. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in and playing. I have your score. Thank you. If you're a big Blackhawks fan, and if you follow me, you probably are, make sure you're checking out James and Jay Zawaski's Madhouse podcast that drops every week, right? It's a weekly thing, or at least it should be. Good stuff over there. So make sure you're watching the Blackhawks banter and then listening to the Madhouse podcast. Between those two, you'll get everything Blackhawks related that you will ever need. All right, I just got to switch accounts here. Let's see what we got going on over here. Team Rios, I have your score. Thank you. And we have the Goonies. Don't worry, I won't hold a math error against you. I make them all the time. That's why I deal with words and not numbers. All right. We have first place with 23 points. All righty. Good to see you guys back playing along. I have your final score. Thank you. Let me just double check that I didn't miss anybody here before we put in our top 5. Let me just check one other place here. All right, we do have a Twitter entry here. Potent Potables. I like it. All right, I have your score. I won't include the 4-letter words there, but I have your score. Thank you guys for checking in over on the YouTubes. All right, give me 1 second here. Let's put our final scores up on the big board so you can have your moment of glory. Let's figure out who our big winners are tonight. I had a couple nice high scores. All right. Nicely done. Make sure there wasn't something else on here. All right. Let's make sure we got all these correct. Oops. Bear with me for one moment here. All right, 3rd place. Oh, I love when that works out. And then we have second. Almost there, almost there. And our last one. All right, let's do our top 5 for our big Jeopardy night. 10 teams playing tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining in and playing our Jeopardy night. We will definitely be doing this again in a few weeks. Look for early February, since I've got January planned out already for our Thursday night themes. So here we go. 5th place. Didn't put a team name, but I got your name. James Naveau. I know you, buddy. 5th place. $20,800 with the final score. Good enough to make the big board tonight. Nicely done, James. 4th place with 21,200. That's one too many zeros there. Got a little trigger happy on the zeros. The Malones and Watsons are Chicago and Boston conglomerate. You guys take home 4th place tonight, 21,200. Nicely done. In 3rd place, the Goonies with 22,400. Good job, guys. Thank you, as always, for your support and playing along. In 2nd place with $24,000, even double G and Z, our Chicago and Cleveland super team. Thank you, guys, as always. Great job, but not quite up to par. We had a perfect score tonight, running the table. Potent Potables, a perfect score tonight. All 30 questions right, $25,000. Our Jeopardy experts tells me that when we do this again in a few weeks, I have to make it harder. I don't like when people get perfect scores. I don't ever want anybody to feel dumb when leaving one of my trivia nights, but I sure as heck don't like it when someone gets all the questions right. So now the challenge is back on me. Next Jeopardy night, I'm going to make it a little bit harder. So if you thought tonight's was hard, blame the potent potables, because next Jeopardy night's going to be harder. All right, that concludes our theme night for this week. Thank you guys so much for coming by and playing tonight. Don't forget, we will be back Sunday night for one of our regular formatted games. So like the Facebook page. I'll put the categories up Sunday morning. And we'll meet back here Sunday at 7 o'clock. Next Wednesday is our next theme night, all Christmas trivia. So join me for a fun Christmas night on Wednesday. But we'll be back here Sunday at 7 p.m. Central. So hopefully you'll be coming back. Until then, please take good care of each other. Take good care of yourselves. Be responsible, smart, patient, and kind. And we'll see you guys back here Sunday. Take care, everybody. Good night.